Welcome to Alert Tales, where we dive deep into the most gripping stories of real-life experiences. If you love tales that evoke emotion, spark conversation, and connect us all, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community for more captivating stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. My wife says she doesn't feel safe. For context, an accident 16 years ago resulted in significant hearing loss, and I wear hearing aids during the daytime. We've been married over 25 years. We were watching the newest season of Love is Blind, and I mentioned that everyone kept describing their partners as providing them with a feeling of safety. Our middle daughter asked my wife if she would describe me as making her feel safe. My wife's reply was absolutely not. He can't hear anything. If someone breaks in here at night, we're all dead. My wife is very open and says what she is thinking most all the time. I'm so devastated by this comment. Edit to add some more context. Thanks for all the supportive comments so far. We do have dogs, they bark. I don't hear them. I swear a mouse fart in the basement wakes her up. Our room is on the second floor. When talking about our kids as babies, she quickly brings up that I never got up in the middle of the night because I slept through their crying. I did get up, although I constantly told her to wake me up. It wasn't an issue, and she repeatedly said, "No, you have to get up for work," and I don't. Pretty sure it wasn't a joke. There was no smile, grin, sly look, chuckle, like when she is usually being sarcastic or joking. Plus, she responded very quickly, which is normal when she says whatever she is thinking. Dad's new girlfriend saw him mask off for the first time. My dad has always been kind of a dick, but he's good at playing nice at the start of a relationship. He can be charming, witty, self-sacrificing for a little while until he gets comfortable. Then he becomes how he is with my mom and my siblings, demanding, irritable, lashing out over tiny things, guilt-trippy, all the good stuff. He's not physically abusive or anything, but there is a damn good reason my mom divorced him, and all of his 3 kids are distant to him. Recently he got a new girlfriend. She's honestly really lovely and I like her a lot, but I always feel a sense of dread, like, should I try to warn her? Would she even believe me? Like I said, he's very charming in the beginning, and is good at playing the logical, level-headed person in every situation he might look bad, until a week or so ago. He invited myself and my brother to go to an event with him, and we agreed. This kind of ties back into the trying to be a proper dad now that we're all nearly adults thing in previous posts. It feels like too little too late, but I didn't want my brother to be alone with him because I know how he gets, especially towards my younger brother, so I agreed to go. It was early in the morning and he offered to stop at a diner for breakfast, and I know my brother really likes the diner even if I wasn't personally hungry, and so I said yes. We get there and it turns out that only my brother is hungry. Apparently my dad didn't want to go in the first place. My bet is that he asked to be courteous and look good for his girlfriend and wasn't expecting a yes. We sit down and my brother is checking the menu, while my dad continuously presses him to pick faster, making him panic more and more. He starts talking about how we're taking up a table, how other customers must be mad at us, how we're wasting the waitress's time, etc. Mind you, we had been there for maybe a few minutes tops. His girlfriend is looking more and more uncomfortable and concerned as he continues to get more angry at my brother, who at this point I can see is freezing up and looking like he's going to cry. He even takes his menu at some point and snaps at him to just choose. This is exactly why I chose to go. My brother needs time to process things and make decisions, and my dad always loses patience with him. He ordered blueberry pancakes and then got up to go step outside to get some fresh air, clearly shaken. My dad starts griping and grumbling and is shocked when the second my brother is gone, his girlfriend and I start grilling him. I had already been trying to tell him to chill out, that there was no rush, the event didn't have a time limit, and no one cared that we were taking extra time. He argued with me, but the second his girlfriend spoke up, he instantly backpedaled. I ask him why the opinions of strangers that he can't confirm are more important to him than his son's comfort. And he starts to talk about how other people's time is important until his girlfriend also joins in to back me up. He gets all quiet and frustrated because he clearly doesn't want to look like an asshole in front of his girlfriend, but he also doesn't want to admit he was wrong. He gives a non-apology when my brother gets back. "You know, I'm sorry you felt that way," a million excuses as to why he was still kind of justified, etc. And my brother is just quiet. We still ended up going to the event because my dad would be too distracted by friends to be a dick, and we had a good time away from him. But it was so satisfying knowing that his girlfriend saw. She saw a glimpse of what he's really like around loved ones. I almost let it go, but today made me want to post about it. My brother, who has had time to process how he felt about it and what happened, is still hurt and upset with my dad, and is thus a little less responsive. My dad decided to complain to me about how my brother still hasn't forgiven him and how it's so unfair despite never giving a proper apology. The entitlement astounds me. He has some timer on forgiveness, but never sees a need to just say, "I'm sorry," without tacking on a million reasons why he wasn't actually at fault. Told my brother he was complaining because, frankly, I don't think you're very sorry if you're going to be so demanding about forgiveness. My husband slapped me. My husband is an airline pilot. We have been together since 2020 and got married in 2023. We almost broke up, however, because he was away so much. In March, he became a captain, and he promised that his schedule as a captain would be better and he would have more time to be at home. Fortunately, he doesn't have long layovers like overnight ones. It happens, but not that often. This is what made me stay. I have a male work friend, and earlier he came over. This was a huge mistake on my part, and I think I shouldn't have done it, but nothing happened. He was just passing by and stopped to give me the charger I left at the office, so I invited him for a coffee. My husband returned home, as he was out with friends too. My co-worker left, and he started asking me questions and telling me I disrespected him by bringing the guy here. But in front of him, he didn't act weird. He was friendly, they talked and joked around. The conflict between us got worse. We both raised our voices. In the end, he slapped me so hard that I had marks on my cheek for more than 1 hour, all his fingers. I got genuinely terrified and simply stormed out of the house and went to my father. I didn't tell him what happened, just that we had a big fight. My father never liked him and tried to talk me out of this relationship, but his only reasons were that he will be away a lot, and after we have children, I will live like a single mother. So I don't want to discuss it with him in detail. I already got 10 texts from my husband asking me to come home, that he will not hurt me. But we need to talk. I told him that he should come here, that my father doesn't know what happened, but I don't want to go home now. He insists I have to and doesn't want to come to my dad's house. I don't know what to do next, to tell my father, to go home. I genuinely love him, and I'm already 30. He's 37, and the whole idea of a divorce at this age and starting over terrifies me. I used a platform for online psychotherapy and got an appointment tomorrow, so at least that. My ex got cheated on, and I feel so validated. I had a falling out with a friend group a few months ago. A big deciding factor for a lot of the friendships ending was a former friend of mine, Apple, told all of my current friends that I had done something really messed up to manipulate them 10 months ago. I did not do this thing. This was the first time I'd heard them say I'd done this thing, and I had screenshots to show that they had never brought this up to me as a problem in our friendship. There have been instances in the past where Apple has told people I did something that I didn't do, and I've given my perspective of events, and they are very, very different than Apple's. They were smaller things and not anything close to what I was being accused of now. My friends had no reason to doubt Apple, and they all decided that Apple wouldn't lie and ended their friendship with me. It hurt a lot, and I've had to really work on my mental health, and I doubted myself a lot. That maybe I did do that messed up thing, and I just don't remember it, or I didn't think it came across that way, but it did. I've worked hard to get to a better place. Fast forward several months. My ex, Orange, comes into town. We ended things on decent terms like a year and a half ago, but haven't seen each other, so we're going to get coffee as friends and catch up. The day we're to get coffee, I check in to make sure it's still happening, and Orange lets me know that she wants to, but isn't in a good place mentally, as she just found out she was cheated on. Apple and Orange dated years before Orange and I dated. They broke up, remained good friends, and about a year after Orange and I split up, she started dating Apple again. During their first relationship, Apple cheated on Orange and then lied about it, and has kept it a secret for literal years. They came clean to Orange recently, and that's why I know about all of it. The friends who had no reason to doubt Apple, they are all now aware that Apple was lying for years. I'm not freaking crazy. Apple is a goddamn liar and I feel so validated. I doubt any of my former friends will apologize or own up to the mistake, but I don't care. I don't need them in my life. Obviously, I feel bad that Orange is going through all of this, but I feel so validated.